We just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video we're going to discuss Falling Skies episode 4. You know, I like the episode overall. I thought it was good. There's still some things that are kind of like what's going on with that. First off, it was very nice to finally see Mira Sorvino make her debut on the show, and for the little bit that we did see her, I thoroughly enjoyed it. She's a great actress, and she brought a lot of energy to the screen, and I'm hoping we get a lot of her going forward because I really think she can help the series. And I think her and Pope are going to be a perfect, combination. I mean, they're almost the same, so they'll conflict. And there's that old saying that only opposites attract. But I have a feeling these two are going to get along in a very love-hate type of way. That's what I see. Hal was left in charge while Tom went on a rescue mission with Cochise to get his son Matthew. Hal did okay until he ran into Sara and Pope when they returned from the little house that she was staying in and basically made him look like a douche. So Hal still has a lot to learn. He's still a little wet behind the ears when it comes to leadership. But we'll see how that plays out in the future. I think the biggest thing about this episode was the reveal of the kind of mutant aliens, kind of human hybrid, and that's definitely interesting. That's probably the one thing about this episode that I was like, wow, that looks pretty cool. I mean, that could go somewhere, because now you wonder just who else is going to be turned into this. And we know that the first person that was to fall, to this new mutation was Dan Weaver's daughter, Jeannie. And it was very, very sad. When you consider that last year he found her and she was by his side and he had, spent some ample time with her. Now she's gone. She's gone. She saved his life, but unfortunately she fell to the skitter, and Dan knew it was her. I mean, she even called out to him, calling him dad, and it was sad. I gotta say, I expected Weaver to be a little bit more sad about it, but I think what his reaction basically told me that he had an idea something happened to her, because he hadn't seen her in a long time. Remember when they went from the cage, when they went from traveling to being in the ghetto, 4 months had passed. So many different things could have happened to Jeannie during that time, and I think at some point or another, Dan accepted that he may possibly not see her again and that she might possibly be dead. So now getting that confirmation, I don't think it hurt him or it bothered him as much as it would if he had found out a lot sooner before accepting her death. Nonetheless, but it was sad. It was sad. It was sad for the character. Jeannie, being his daughter, and Dan, obviously, very fond of her. So it sucked that it ended up being her that turned into this mutated alien human hybrid. And under all that, Matthew was rescued. Thanks to his father and Cochise, and now we can see that the second mass is going to be eventually meeting up back together, and I think that that's going to be a good thing for the show. I think they need that. I think they need to get back to that. The second mass is together. Here's the new threat from the Esphini, who we got to see them exchange dialogue and kind of hint at a certain plan and all these bigger things happening. We saw Lexi continue to kind of be conflicted in terms of what the Esphini want and what her mother and the second mass or the people want. And her obviously not knowing that the Esphini are full of crap. And no matter what Ben tells her or anybody else, she seems to be very conflicted at the idea of just going all out fighting against the Esphini, while Maggie and Ben and Anne are trying to convince her otherwise. But every time they try, she's about to spaz out on them, and then they fall back. So it's going to be, it's almost like a tug of war. It's like a chess match, and you got to kind of wonder at which point basically what's going to be the breaking point. And when the breaking point does happen, is it going to happen in favor of the party, or is it going to happen in favor of the Esphini? Interesting stuff. So there's some elements there that are really getting good, but at the same time, it's taken a while for the second mass to get back together. I like Mira Sorvino's introduction to the show now. I think she's going to be a good addition. I think she's going to help a lot. The ghetto being gone and the group seemingly looks like they're going to get back together soon. I think that's going to be a big plus. Interested to see how the storyline is going to play out with the mutated human-alien hybrids. That's a new development that I'm excited to see how that's going to work out. I'm glad that Matthew is out of the re-education camp for the Esphini. So that's a good thing. Lexi, that storyline is still, I mean, on one hand, it's very interesting to see what's going down, but on the other hand, it's like, okay, somebody needs to be bold here and tell this girl, look, it's them or us. There's no in-betweens here. They're just afraid at her power. She seems to have a significant amount of power. Obviously, the Esphini have gotten to her first. Obviously, they treasure whatever it is she has, and they want to use it to their advantage. And they're feeding her a bunch of lies. And even Ben said, I can feel in my head he was lying when the Esphini overlord took control of his mind so he could communicate through him. Even with that, Lexi's not convinced. She continues to want to try and kind of be in the middle, and she can't. So it's going to be either her picking the Esphini or picking the humans. And so far, it looks to me like if she gets pushed too far, she's going to go with the Esphini. Why? Well, the Esphini aren't the ones pushing her. They're not. They're feeding her a bunch of crap that she wants to hear, and she's trying to give them an opportunity when everybody else knows that they don't deserve one. So, some interesting plot developments that I think can definitely bring the show in the right direction, but there's still some cleaning up they got to do. The Lexi thing's got to get on board. Second Mass has got to get back together, and they have to have a purpose going forward. Are they going to stop this mutation? Are they going to stop the control over Lexi? Are they going to get the Vome back involved in this, or are they on their own? I mean, there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered, but they need to be answered quick for this show to move forward. So still definitely room for improvement, but I did like the episode. As I said, I did like Mira Sorvino's introduction, or rather her debut on the show, and I'm interested to see how her and Pope are going to coexist, because they're very much alike, it seems to me, but we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, this is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page. You're watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to discuss Falling Skies, Episode 4. I like the episode overall. I thought it was good. There's still some things that are kind of like, what's going on with that? First off, it was very nice to finally see Mira Sorvino make her debut on the show, and for the little bit that we did see her, I thoroughly enjoyed it. She's a great actress, and she brought a lot of energy to the screen, and I'm hoping we get a lot of her going forward, because I really think she can help the series. And I think her and Pope are going to be a perfect,